threesome. I think threesomes are the most toxic thing you can possibly bring into a relationship.
Preach.
It's very, very toxic.
Because the man's gonna want to just totally go even deeper.
Threesomes are toxic. Porn is very toxic.
Yes.
All of these things are segues to basically desensitize your sexual experience with your partner. So now you want more. Now you see more. Like if you're not satisfied with your partner, either you and your partner need to discuss some things to spice it up, or you need to look within yourself and say, what am I missing? Why is there there's a hole in my heart that I'm trying to fill that void with this other stuff, making it seem like it's her, but it's really me. You need to fix it.
Well, you know, it's interesting. It's interesting that you said that because lately I've been listening to a lot of my female friends talk, and they'll tell me what man would possibly want this. Why wouldn't he want this? And I'm listening because I'm a man, but whatever, right? Well, I'm listening, and I'm like, and they may be saying because I gave him this, and I'm like, yeah, don't you realize? Let me tell you something, ladies. When you give a man a threesome, I'm telling you right now, either you or him is going south. So there's no way in the world that's just going to be maintained without an issue that you just got to be cool with. In other words, it's going to go left. I'm telling you that. And if a man is with you and you start giving him threesomes, he's going to be having threesomes on his own with somebody else. And you're not going to be involved. Or he's going to fuck the girl that you brought in the threesome and didn't tell you.
You're creating your own trust issues. You're creating your own trust issues because now you see what he's capable of because he was okay with it. Now you're wondering, and the mind is a powerful, crazy thing. And that's what the enemy goes for, is your mind. So if you can't control your mind, like everything else follows after your mind. So if you can't control your mind and what you want or what's satisfying you, like this person just said, we are very lustful. I mean, not just men, women could be very lustful also. Like there was this point in my life where I was at such a lustful stage where like
in the past, right?
Yeah, I would purposely in the past, long, a decade or so ago. Okay.
Yes.
I would purposely, and I don't care if anyone on here judging me like, oh, you were a homewrecker, that's fine because
they could judge whatever they want because in most cases they got him.
So there was a point where like I would see a happy married man and he was fine, and I'd be like, oh yeah, I wonder how happy they are, and I would go Facebook message him and approach him, and bada bang, bada boom. Now he asking for my number. Now he want to see what's up. Now he asking if I'm okay with him being married. We're gonna keep it a secret. And I'm like, oh, but y'all all married and happy. Like,
preach.
The point where lust controlled me so much to the point where if I could make someone like lust after me, or like if I could break like what they had going on, it would feed something in me. I wouldn't even have to do. I wouldn't have done it with a married man. But the fact that I reeled you in, that's my nut right there.
Right.
That's it. And I just wanted to prove to myself that y'all ain't nothing, and I could do it. And that PUSSY power.
No, it is because a man, unless his game is tight, he couldn't just go to a random woman and do that.
But you're married. You told a woman in front of God and your family you want to be with her till death do you part. So it doesn't matter how good I look because you haven't had it yet. It shouldn't matter. You should be like, I'm married, bro. Like, whoa. But see, that's the lustfulness in men and women. Like, it is such a mind controlling. It's mind control. And a lot of people like to just indulge in it because it feels good or it's fun. But it's a very toxic trait. You have to control it. You have to control yourself. So that's why I do support celibacy. I'm not saying like, you do what you do, homie. But at the end of the day, if you're trying to be in a relationship with a woman, threesomes, porn, all of that, no, that's toxic. That's out the window. It's going to create nothing but problems. And for like that's what I'm saying. Like we're meant to be like, oh, like I'm getting bored and all that. No, boo boo. You're looking at the surface feeling. You're not digging deep within. You're not gonna take responsibility to look at yourself like, dang, like why am I bored? Like, is it really her? Is it me? What's going on? Like they just I'm bored. Boom. I'm gonna take action. Like why do we take why do we are so quick to take action on our first instincts or thoughts when it's negative? It's like, I hate when men, especially women and men do it, but especially men, oh, get out your feelings, get out your feelings. Like, they're quick to say, get out your feelings, and don't want to have feelings, but feelings include lustfulness, sadness, happiness, joy, anger. But for some reason, when you're sad or like happy, get out your feelings, but you want to indulge in the other feelings because they're fun for you, they benefit you. That's whack.
I'm glad you brought that up, because with that being said, because that connects a lot of dots. With all that experience, you knew the ability. Even a man gotta have some real serious skin to be like, yo, this girl posted up pictures of her and her husband and her kids. Watch this shit. Dudes won't even touch that because they're like, yo, I'll leave that alone. She's married. But a real player gonna be like, yo, I can see right through all that. A woman to that degree has the upper hand, because is it safe to say, do you feel that pussy is more powerful than cock?
Definitely.
Wow.
Definitely.
Wow. So a woman could control herself.
That because I'm a woman. Well, I guess based on my experience as a woman, but I'm saying, I'm not trying to be biased and say, yeah, because I'm a woman, but it's true because, again, in my past, I have a very colorful past. If you realize, in my past, okay, college days, I was a stripper, and I saw.
Ow, we forgot about that. See, y'all ain't listening. She said this. So if you're new to the channel, if you're new to this video, go ahead.
And when I was a stripper, I saw the power of it. I saw the types of men that came for it. They maybe are not, of course, they're not having sex in the strip club, but they're getting pretty darn close to it, close enough to where they want to spend money on it. And it's funny because it was lawyers, doctors, pastors, firefighters, nurses.
Pastors.
I'm not saying no names, but anywho, yeah, that was a shocker.
Oh shit, yo. So when you seen like you just mentioned something key, they're spending money on this. It's just big. It's like the biggest thing, like all this for that.
A strip club, okay, no shade to my strip club people, strippers, because I understand the hustle. I've been there, done that. But at the end of the day, I'm going to say what is what it is. It is the devil's playground. It's the devil's playground. Nothing is in there is positive. Okay. Everyone is getting something out of each other. The only thing positive, I guess, about it is it's honest. I'm here to shake my butt and get some money. You're here to see my butt and give me some money. At least people know, when they're going in. That's, I think, the main reason why men go to strip clubs, because they know for a fact if they spend money, they're going to be able to see or touch or maybe even get some booty.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And again, those are deep-rooted issues. Those are deep-rooted issues as being a stripper and as going there to the strip club. And people who are like, what? I'm just going to have some fun. It's innocent. Okay, if you were looking in a worldly perspective, it's innocent, but it's not innocent. Like, I've been a stripper before, and I'm telling you, it's not innocent. Like, I used to say, oh, well, like, I have no choice right now. I got to pay for college. I got to get this money. No, I had other choices. I just wanted the easy way. I saw the power I had with my looks, and I used it for my advantage. You know what I mean? So that's just what it was. And then with the men, same thing. You know what I mean? So there was crazy stories.
See, you know what? That's why I know you got the story. That's why I'm in the same sense, there's women out here that have been offered some substantial amount of money just to hit. Mm-hmm. So my thing is, are these same women going to strip clubs to watch men and paying the men for seeing their dick and they get one night in?
They don't have to do all that. Women don't have to do all that. I can go to Walmart right now if I wanted to. I'm in a relationship. I love my man, baby. I love you. I'm just saying an example. Right. I can go to Walmart right now.
We know. Shout out to the bro too. I appreciate you, man, for watching this. But go ahead.
I can go to Walmart right now if I wanted to, and if I was single, and go and like find a cute dude and like push up on him or flirt with him or do whatever I wanted, whatever I felt like I needed to do, and I could probably get in his drawers tonight or tomorrow. Like women don't need to do all that. If they go out to a man's strip club and pay for it, it's for like basically for fun or to make fun of them. I personally don't like men strippers. I feel like it's kind of, ugh, I just don't like it.
I hear that. Especially urban women, they don't find that attractive.
No, I definitely don't. Like I would probably just laugh all night and that's it.
Sitting there 13 inches all in your face.
I'm laughing or I'm disgusted. Like I'd rather go to a woman. I'm gonna go to a woman's strip club if I am gonna go to one, but I don't go to strip clubs anymore. But if I were to, it would be a woman one. But yeah, so that's the point. Like women don't need to do all that.
A naked woman versus a naked man. Clearly, the naked woman has more power.
Yeah.
Wow. No matter what so we in the gym, 6-pack, slinging all that. And we like this, dancing and shit. That ain't turning you on.
No, sorry.
So how is that same physical guy attractive? He's just coming in the store, putting gas and leaving, and he's built like that, and you watching him? He's attractive because he doesn't know it?
Pretty much.
Wow.
I mean, yeah.
A woman's mind where y'all think like, damn, I would give, like sometimes we be like that, I would put my whole face in her ass. Does a woman look at a guy and say, damn, I would blow him, like, you know what I mean? Like, do they have those same thoughts in their mind just on a random guy minding his business? I mean, please, can we get that?
If a woman, I mean, it depends on her thought process and her maturity level. Like, if speaking for myself, like if I'm so sorry,
Hypothetically, I'd be like, we both got links, so I don't want nobody taking it personal, but go ahead.
So I would be like, when I see something I'm like, like I wonder, like what kind of little flirty mind games I can play to see where it goes. And like based on how it goes is if I'm gonna get turned on or not. Like you look good, but let's see. Like I like the mysteriousness and stuff, like not knowing like how's
like basically you're saying if you meet him and you got this little like, let's see, he could back it up by presenting some real good mystery, or he could just be a corny bastard like, yep.
Yeah. Like I can see a dude and be attracted to him, and then like I walk up to him or something, or he say something to me, and I just be like, "Oh God, never mind." Like, ugh.
Okay, so give it. What kind of way would that be a turnoff? Like what?
If he just rude, cocky, his breath thing got bad teeth.
Right. Problem.
It could be a lot of things. Like one time, it was a dude on parking lot, and he was parking, and he looked real good. He came out of his car, and I was like, okay, so he probably gonna try to bump into me in the store and to holler at me. So I'm gonna make sure. Huh?
You knew this.
I mean, I don't want to be conceited, but
no.
Yeah, I mean, he was looking at him. We caught eye contact, and it was a glimpse, but I was like, he like he want to talk to me.
I mean, it's predictable. I mean, a woman could see if the dude like, watch, he gonna definitely try to holler.
Yeah, but he go in there like, what's happening, little mama, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? You wanna, you should take my number down. You know what I'm saying? I could smoke you out later. I'm like, smoke me out? Ew. Never mind. Man, okay.
So he fucked it all up.
I'm not interested in your weed, sir. Like, do I? And that's the thing. Like, I want to know, what do men be thinking sometimes when they see a girl like me or a pretty girl, and I mean, even if I went to Walmart like this, like chilling in a t-shirt, whatever, like what makes you think that that's going to impress me to ask to, I'm gonna smoke you out later, we can chill? I'm like, no.
Yeah, that's whack as hell. And she got to be even whacker to even go for that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, then they're meant to be at that point.
Right. If she's a corny chick that's like, oh, well, you could rock me tonight, then it's like, what?
Yeah, I mean, then I guess it's a win-win. But with me, I'm like, oh, hell no. I'm like, smoke me out.
So
Sure.
you just so the issue is now you have a common guy that's not going to approach, doesn't know what to say, um, and he's afraid because of all these elements. He's afraid of wow, like these women here in America, shit. What if I fail and she may be thinking this and maybe thinking that? So a lot of times we all know they'll take the easy way out and go across to the seas. So my thing is,
But I'm from the overseas. I just have a mixture of my mindset is mixed between how I was brought up with my foreign culture and America. So I feel like I'm confident in my opinion and my information that I give out because I've experienced a lot and I have like the best of both for I won't say the best of both worlds, but I have an opinion of two different type of women, a foreign woman and an American woman.
so off the rip, if you were from a foreign perspective, are there a lot of good men that approach you or more players?
Sorry, my nose ring keeps like going crooked because I just got it done and I was fixing it. Sorry. Okay, repeat the question.
Doing the girl thing, baby. It's all good. Now,
It's my nose ring.
you know what I'm saying?
What's the question? My bad.
Now, if you like, who approaches you more? Cool, nice guys, or more or less playboys? Like, you know, he's a ladies' man or non-ladies' man. Who approaches women more?
Who approaches women more or me more?
You more.
Well, it kind of depends.
You can't help who approaches you, but
Yeah. But like, okay. I mean, of course, players approach women more, but as far as me, it's like if I'm giving off a vibe where I'm just not friendly today and I got a mean mug, I have an original mean mug. I can be in a nice mood and I just look like this.
Right.
And it looks like don't F with me today, you know, and they'll be like, damn, baby, you too pretty, smile. And I'd be like, okay, like, but no. I mean, Playboys definitely because they're cocky. They feel like they can get any girl. And you know, nice guys, I feel like well, of course I don't like Playboys, but nice guys, when they do approach a woman, I feel like it means more because they really scope it out and see if that's what they want to talk to and they
But they're scared though. Most of them are scared. They're out here, but most of them are just not going to do what a playboy.
That's why women need to be now. They need to, okay. So like, it's this whole thing where women's supposed to approach a man. I mean, this whole thing where men are supposed to approach a women. I don't really believe in that because there's been a time where I approached a man because I could tell he was intimidated to approach me, but he was looking at me. So I'm like, okay, either he's married, has a girl, or he's intimidated. So I'd be like, hey, you got a girlfriend?
Oh shit! Ooh.
Are you married? No. Okay. Well. Whoa. Like, well, the conversation didn't go like that verbatim, but I'm saying,
right.
I feel like women need to kind of like step out of their comfort zone. And if you see a man that you like and he looking at you, but he not saying nothing, figure out if he's married or has a girlfriend. And if not, then he probably is intimidated. Make him feel comfortable because I mean, men have feelings too. Men have emotions too. And there's all this pressure on men with they're supposed to approach you first and whatnot, but they don't really like to be they really don't like to be turned down. And if he's mature, he can take it maturely and be like, okay, cool, you have a nice day, whatever. And then that I might change my mind at that point. If I turn you down and you're like, okay, well, you know, you have a blessed day, you have a wonderful day, man. I might be like,
how are you feeling after that?
I might be like, you know what? Take down my number because that was real. I appreciate that. But the men who be like, all right, well then F you bit, or like just act just so stank about it. I'm just like, yeah, that's exactly why you didn't get my number, sir.
This is the deal, and this is extreme. This is why I want everybody to understand. Now, listen, I'm gonna bring people on this chat in a minute. I'm gonna tell you right now. If you come here with your personal fucking problems and you want to sit up there and ask questions because you've been wondering why your wife cheated on you, you couldn't ask us, so you want to sit up here and ask my co-host here tonight, I'm going to tell you right now, I will block your fucking ass and kick you out of here. I prefer... Yeah, I mean, I want men to ask questions. I'm going to drop the link. Ask questions. Don't sit up here and be like, well, I'm saying, you know, if a man got a tie, because you're taking it personal. No, none of that bullshit.
I'm transparent. I'm gonna give you my honest opinion from my experience. And I hang out with I've hung out with a lot of men and women, so it's not just strictly my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Just ask me. Like, don't come out here with no defense mechanism. Like, I know men are, kings and women are queens and it's equality. Like, I know all that. So you don't gotta come to me with all that. That's not what
she believes I'm submissive. She believes men's are kings. Don't come in with that. And I know the tone because I know the question. Because if a dude jump on this channel and even ask me, so Nate, I'm like, all right, nigga, go ahead. Because I'm gonna smoke you and I'm gonna fucking block you. So you know what I mean? We're not even blocking. I'll kick you out the room. But the reality is that this is what it is. She's giving it raw, uncut, and transparent. She's telling you what you are dealing with, the common situation. Now, if you MGTOW, don't even bother. Don't even bother jumping on this channel tonight. Men going their own way in your shit. Do not do it. This is not the thing because you don't fuck with women. So anybody that's a MGTOW, I'm not accepting. When I drop this link, I'm not bringing you in the room. Don't even come into the chat. I'm serious. Stay on the chat. You can stay on the chat.
Don't come on this chat asking questions and then you don't like the answer, so you have an attitude, and then later on be in my DM.
Yeah, right.
Because I like passive aggressiveness. It's phony.
We had this happen. She's not new here. We had this happen. You come here, you talk shit. Well, if a woman is a 6 and a 7 and all, fuck all that. This is not what it's about.
It's insulting for you to think you could talk to me like that and then slide in my DM like I'm really desperate for work. Like, baby.
Yeah, look, GJ Wu says she's direct. Now, my Black Wolf MGTOW, in my experience, most women don't like being turned down. Okay, Black Wolf, you don't deal with women. This is what my point is, what I'm trying to tell you.
Let me read it. In my experience, most women don't like being turned down because I can name numerous times where I've had a drink thrown at me when we're not used to getting rejected to the same degree. Okay, well, I mean, then poor thing. She needs to grow up and she needs to get some confidence and security. Women, I'm not saying women are angels. There are some women who can't take being rejected. So those are deep-rooted issues. They need to deal with their self and confidence and security. So, I mean, what's your point?
Guys, this is hard because y'all, no matter what the situation is, I bring tons of women here and then y'all fold on the questions. You ask her, hey, so what do you suggest? What do you think about this? Ask her. She answers anything. You know what I mean? If you're whack in bed, ask her, how can I make my woman more attractive? What do you think women are into commonly what most women can identify with? What is it about the thugs? Okay, that's another thing too. They feel that y'all all want thugs, but y'all don't give the nice guy a chance. What is that about?
That we all want thugs, won't give the nice guy a chance?
Yeah, the Pookie and Ray Ray guy. They feel that all women want Pookie and Ray Ray.
So I feel like that might be an issue with the woman. They might have some deep-rooted daddy issues to where they never had that type of father figure in their life. So they're just looking for the manly, rough person, toxic person to take control and be this or that. So, I mean, usually a woman is going to go for what she feels like she needs in her life. If she needs control, if she needs manly, like assertiveness, that's what she's going to go for. So it might be it might be her problem why she's going for Pookie and Ray Ray, as you stated, and not the nice guy. It does take a time. I didn't go for the nice guy till later on in my mid-20s because sometimes it's like lesson learned. Sometimes you have to go through certain stages to like learn what's good for you, things like that. So for the nice guys that are not getting a lot of play, I would say maybe you need to change the type of women you're approaching. Maybe you need more of an older, mature woman who understands what a nice guy can bring to the table, and that a nice guy doesn't mean he's not like a manly man or a boss or aggressive or whatever. Maybe you need to change your approach. Maybe you need to throw in there a little roughness. I'm not saying change who you are, but at the same time, I feel like all of us are always trying to change for the better and improve, not like change who we are, but like, what I'm saying? You have to adapt to your surroundings. You can't want something and not work towards it. Like if you want it and you're working towards this, like.
They feel, Jessica, Pookie and Ray Ray is just like a kind of like a a mode that they say the typical hood guy. Like they don't want Mr. James, Christopher. You know, they want Pookie and Ray Ray. They want that hood nigga.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it could be the women has some issues that
What was it that you liked about the hood dude before?
The aggressiveness, the boss mentality, feeling like I was safe or taken care of, or I had someone sticking up for me. So that was a deep-rooted issue I had because I was new to Florida. I didn't have no family here, barely had any friends here. So I was like, so the dudes that I went to or whatever, they had these big group of friends, these big families, everyone knew them, they were like a boss.
Whoa, hold on. I dropped this link. This shit's going crazy. Hold on. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, before I bring anybody in here, this is a good close friend of mine, all right? So I'm telling you right now, she's giving the information. She's giving the information, okay? So if you got a personal MGTOW experience, she don't even know what MGTOW is. That's how lame that shit is. But the fact that if you come in here with that MGTOW bullshit, I'm kicking you the fuck out and I'm blocking you. You can jump off a bridge for all I care. Don't play that. We coming in here, we asking the questions. We got the queen here. She representing Florida and she believes in being submissive. Okay? Shout out to Mike R. Mike, let me bring everybody individually. Mike R. Hold on, let me take that link out. Excuse me. Meet Iman, and then Mr. Mike R. Mr. Research. Here you go. And El Wakanda. Somebody else clicked in there, but I don't know where you at. We basically want to let this woman just keep going because this shit right here to me is just pure game. And I feel the fact that if you're a MGTOW dude, try. If you could ask her a question, but you know what I mean? If you could even have the balls to ask her a question without being scared and keep putting the damn comments into the thing. So, you know, this is what's going on. We're pretty off the show. Shout out to everybody. What's going on, everybody?
Hey.
What's going on, Nate?
Hello, hello.
Who's that? That's Mr. Research, that's El Wakanda, and that's Mike R. Meet Iman Ashley, and that's my people's here. So shut up. Here we go. Here's Big Town posting some shit. Oh boy.
So I got a bunch of foreign questions. So whenever you guys get time.
Okay.
Now, hold on. Before I bring Mr. Research in, El Wakanda and Mike R. El Wakanda, why don't you shoot a question, my brother? Because me and you talk a lot on the inbox, like Mike R. and Mr. Research is my guy. But what you got to say, man?
I wanted to ask her, like, how does she feel? How do you feel about like the whole like Instagram and YouTube relationship things that's like going around?
You mean like a couple Instagram, or you mean
Thing, yeah.
Right. Yeah, you have the couples.
so like basically a man and a woman, they have their own Instagram and like having like trust issues with it, or you mean a man and a woman having an Instagram together, like couple goals and crap?
Yeah, exactly.
Like yeah, like that, and then like they flexing. Yeah, you know, I just bought my wife a new car. I just bought her the new Hellcat. I just bought her a Bugatti, and you know, stuff like that.
So how I feel about that is that's cool. They can do them, right? But you have to remember,
Right.
social media, they could have just gotten a huge argument about some shit an hour ago, and Instagram is paying them to post these couple goal type of stuff, or this car sponsorship is paying them to do that. You have to understand that social media a lot of times is fake. If it's real, kudos to them. But I feel like it's a positive example if a man and a woman want to, you know, be together on social media and make social media a positive thing and show these couple goal type of stuff. But the people watching it are the problem, not the people putting out the stuff. Because if you want to put out stuff like that and you just and it's fake, then you're eventually going to have to deal with those issues yourself. So that's a problem in itself. But the people watching it, you have to realize all of these things. They could have just gotten a fight an hour ago. maybe probably not even in love. They might just be sponsoring somebody, getting paid for it. It might not even be realistic. It might be realistic. Don't ever base your goals and what you want in life off of what you see on social media. You can be like, oh, well, one day I want to have a Instagram page with my girl and we post stuff flexing about what I got her, what you got me. That's cool and everything, but who are you doing it for? Are you doing it for your exes? Are you trying to impress your exes? Like, look at what you lost and look what I got now. Look how we treating each other. I mean, I understand that in some aspect, like you want to flex on your haters and your exes and everything to prove to them. But at the same time, that means you still care. You need to resolve that issue because you really shouldn't care what other people think. It's positive to try to inspire others to be positive couples doing things for each other. So it's really about the person on the receiving end, not the person posting, because the person posting, they're going to do what they do. You feel me? You don't really know what's going on.
Right.
Giving the information, that's how you take it.
Shout out to Santos 120 and Santos just joined in. Santos meet Iman Ashley.
Hi.
So you got cut today, bro. That's my man right there. So Sarah, Mr. Research. So what questions you got for the lovely Iman?
All right, appreciate the opportunity. So, Iman, I'm in a different type of environment. I'm in these blazer environments where, there are foreign women there and what have you. When I'm walking through the scene, I'm already kind of life of the party for me. I may crack jokes, I may do those type of things, but I kind of want to make foreign women kind of more at ease because I am a USA man, and sometimes they have these opinions of USA dudes. What can I do, not knowing her nationality, because that would be helpful, but what can I do in those first 3 seconds of interacting with her to get her to understand that I'm a different type of USA guy, to where she might be used to these other type of USA dudes? But what can I do in the first 3 seconds for a foreign woman, other than know her language or something like that? What can I do? Help me on that. Is it my dress style? Because like I'm blazers.
He's a corporate guy.
Are you in the Navy or Army or something?
No. I work in medical.
Okay, me too. All right. So you want to know how to approach a foreign woman to change your mindset, like, oh, I'm not like these other American men. Well, first, you don't want to say that. Like, never say to a woman, oh, I'm not like these other dudes. We've heard that. And actually, when we hear that, we're like, oh, God, yes, you are. Forget it. So you never want to say that. To a foreign woman, man,
my questions are kind of difficult, I know.
Yeah, but no, it's a very good question though. It has like a lot of what is it called?
You can come back to it. I don't want to slow up the show. I know it's a difficult question.
So like, because it depends on the foreign woman, right? Like we're talking Chinese, Spanish, Arab, I'm Iraqi, things like that. So I think all foreign women appreciate.
You're Iraqi? You're Iraqi?
Yes, my mom is Iraqi and my father is Canadian French Islander. So I'm
Hada Hafez? Hada Hafez?
Hada Hafez. Sure.
Oh, no, that's Persian. Never mind. All right, go ahead.
In Farsi or Persian. I speak Arabic. But anyways, okay. I feel like all foreign women appreciate a manly man. So the fact that you're blazered up and things like that, that's a plus. Because we want a man, even if he's an American man, black man, whatever, we want a man we can represent. Foreign women are very family oriented. We always want to impress our family. Okay, let's just keep what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And especially if I'm sorry, but especially if he's black.
Yes.
We need them to do a little extra, and I'm sorry, that's just the way it is.
Oh, give it to us.
What is that extra? What is that extra? How can I? Because I know it's important that when I come on the scene, you can brag about me. I know that's important.
So you have to come off as a man who really has his stuff together. Like you're in a space where you can take care of you and someone else. You're very clean. You're very well structured, family oriented, polite, respectful. Oh, so you have to come off as real smooth, like real gentleman like, but not cheesy and not like extra aggressive where you're gonna make the woman feel like a lot of foreign women, I don't want to say are scared of men, but a lot of foreign women have this, like you said, that when they think about American men, especially, well, first of all, in their own culture, it's like a control thing. Like in our own culture, men are always controlling and feel like they have the upper hand and stuff like that. So it would really bring a foreign woman at ease if you make her feel like she is equal to you rather than beneath you. Even if you have to humble yourself a little lower to make her feel like she's a little higher than you, just even though she's not, but just like the appreciation. And I'm not talking about just looks, because obviously foreign women are beautiful. We already know that. So if you can just make her feel, to make a foreign woman feel at ease, of a general foreign statement, to make a foreign woman feel at ease about American man, I feel like that's what it is. You have to approach her in a manly, secure, structured way where she feels at least equal to you, not beneath you, like, oh, I'm a woman, like, you know what I mean?
I understand. I got more questions, but I know other guys got more other questions. I know mine are kind of difficult, but I got another one later on.
What's your question? Who's a Mike or a Santos? Who's going? One of y'all. What's up? Mike, go ahead, Mike. Oh, Santos first? All right. All right, Santos, go ahead. That's my man. Now, Santos, he's Puerto Rican, but, you know, he's with...
Floripa, ¿cómo estás?
Muy bien, muy bien.
What question you got for the beautiful Iman?
So, I guess, are you still in that field that you were in before? And are you, I guess you said you're in the medical field too?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So do you juggle both? And if so, how do you juggle that? What if one day somebody sees you from
being a stripper?
From one field to the other, which you probably have seen that already, right?
Already happened.
Like, what is that like? Is that like one of those things that's like, man, like what?
Well, I have to come to the realization that my past is not a secret and it's not something I need to be ashamed of. No one's going to ever make me feel like that. I did what I had to do, even if it was right or wrong. People change, people grow. So I've had a patient. He was an older man and he recognized me from the strip club. I didn't lie, I tried to hide it. I basically responded as, well, thank God I don't do that no more.
Right. That was theirs.
So like how I deal with it, I'm just very transparent, honest about it. Like, I did what, you know, like whatever questions they have or comments, as long as they're not disrespectful, you know, I make a joke out of it because that was my life at one point. And I'm not ashamed of everything I did, everything I've been through makes me who I am. And I love who I am. My mistakes, my flaws, my perfections, all of that, it made me the strong woman. And I appreciate the street knowledge I gained from it. You can't play this Christian nurse girl. Like, no, you're not finna play me. You know what I'm saying? So I just take it for what it is.
I find that part I found interesting. I was thinking of that the whole time. I'm like, man, like how do they pull that off? Like that's, I mean, and I don't mean it like in a disrespectful way. I'm just saying like, you know,
I thought to myself, how am I gonna pull this off? Like there was points in my life where I'm like, I'm sitting here in scrubs working at this huge, nice hospital with all these doctors and stuff, and I'm all professional. And just about 4 or 5 years ago, I was shaking my behind at a strip club. You know what I mean? So I just embraced it, and I just, you know, I make a joke about it, or I tell them the lessons I've learned, because it comes with the territory, man. Like we all have to deal with, like I said, my past is not a secret. Especially I was at some well-known clubs, and I wouldn't say a well-known stripper, but I had a lot of customers that, you know, favored me or whatever. So me being like the only Iraqi stripper, like they love to play on that, but like usually y'all girls are bring up to here.
Wow.
You and your
It's different. No, it's a unique. You were able to carve out a niche with that. So
yeah.
interesting. No, that's all I had.
Art.
I'm really not well versed in this.
He's hit it. This is mostly my brothers here. We have like a complete different chat that you've seen back last summer. These brothers are actually intelligent.
Yeah, no, I'm loving these questions. These are really
they're intelligent brothers.
No, we always here. We,
Always they hold me down, man. These are like
we
brothers.
pull up. We always pull up. We show love. So
yes,
we do.
but yeah, you're right. It was difficult at first, but I just had to like take it for what it was and think to myself, how am I going to approach this scenario? Because it's bound to happen. Because even though as big as my city is, it's small. Like a lot of people know people and stuff like that. And I just had to really realize I don't care what people think. Like you can judge me and be like, "Oh, how are you a nurse?" or "How are you a woman?"
I don't judge. That was the first thing I said when I came in. I said, "Don't judge." Like, and we was already. I was checking. I was like, "Yo, as soon as somebody says something stupid, I'm about to put them on the timeout."
Yeah, man, because we just can't. It's like it's been going extremely well week after week.
You don't know her story, right? They don't know her story. Nobody knows her story.
And my story, man. Like,
she has an amazing story. That's why I told him on. And now that we're back in the new year, I said, listen, we got to at least make sure we guarantee at least once a month because I feel that she's going to give the encouragement to men, especially men that aren't into foreign women, foreign women in America, foreign women elsewhere. But you know what I mean? Whatever it may be, urban women, all the above. She's able to identify, and I think that people should take a mold from that. So Michelle A says, I wonder if she gets any hate from people that are Islamic or from Muslim countries.
Wow, what a great question. So yes, when I see a Middle Eastern person and they can kind of distinctify that I'm Middle Eastern myself, because like we just have this thing where we can tell. I get some dirty looks like how are you dressed like that? Why do you have your nose pierced? Why do you, so like I get judged sometimes. My step family, not my blood relatives, but my step family, who's also Arab, but a different country of Arabs, they're very judgmental. They, called me names and, like a N-word lover.
Damn. They said that shit.
Yeah, in Arabic, which sounds worse. I'm not gonna.
Whoa, Lord! Wow.
But I mean, and of course, what really gets me is none of them had the audacity to say it to my face. I had to hear it from other individuals, or they didn't think I spoke the language well enough to understand what they're saying about me, and I had to like put them in their place. And I just feel sorry for them. You know what I mean? I pray for them. I feel sorry for them. I used to take offense to it. I used to like question myself, like, why am I like this? Like I need to be more Iraqi or whatever. But at the end of the day, man, I was born and raised in California, and then halfway born and raised in Florida and around the hood and all these different cultures. So I don't want to say a product of my environment, but it's like how good or sanctified are you for judging me? You have no idea where I came from, what I've been through. You come from your country, been in America 2 years, and you want to judge me because I don't look like you or dress like you or talk like you or walk like you, and you have no idea how that's very dumb. You're dumb.
Let me be helpful real quick because I think this is a teaching moment, Nate. So I'm an international dude. I was already aware of this type of stuff. Black dudes got to understand that when women interact with us, we have to be more than I just want to bust a nut type of dude. Because this particular woman, while you're jumping up and down in joy that you had interactions with this woman is also getting culturally vilified sometimes because the culture looks at Black males, and I'm going to be honest from my point of view. This is not Iman saying this is my point of view. Right. We are looked at as dudes that are labor guys serving others. That's what the Blackamoor history was all about. So in order, this is why some of my questions are different for mine. When we as Black guys interact, it has to be something they can brag about. It has to be something that they can hold a chin up and say, "Oh yeah, you're right. I am with XYZ, whatever the case may be." And even in some Latin cultures, that has to be, because if dudes only want to be seen as the dudes that sex women, this is where racism comes from. This is where our image as just being penis havers, but not thinkers, not business creators, not and look, let's be real, because I know something of Farsi, but not so much Iraq. Many of these people are not as well off as you would think they are. A lot of foreign people,
Right.
They put a lot of stuff to the forefront, but they not really popping the way. But we don't help that matter by being the I just sling my penis, I'm proud of the BBC type of dudes. It has to be more than that at some point in time.
And that's why.
What are your thoughts on that, Iman?
That's why earlier, if you remember, I was like, yeah, when I introduced my family to a man or whatever, I'm sorry to say, but the Black man needs to be put a little more effort. That's why I said that earlier. Exactly what you're explaining.
Yeah, because most of the time when I interact with women, they, it throws their families off, or they say, "Oh, he's in medical finance." Oh, because they don't even know what it is. It's like, no, I don't lift boxes. I don't mop floors. I don't do that. Oh, well, no, we didn't mean that, CA, but you did mean that.
That's the first thing they're gonna think when you say you work. When they say you work in a hospital.
Yeah, no, very seriously though. It's because they're so used to seeing
the perception of being the perception, unfortunately, is that
of a do boy. They look at us like
lower class in America. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is. Unfortunately,
it is unfortunate.
But I just wanted to say that because I think it's important for other people, especially people who having difficulty with women overall, to know that it might be cool with you that you're doing what you're doing, how you doing, and you're a human. Ain't nothing wrong with what you're doing. But when it comes to families, their interpretation of what you're doing is a totally different thing. And you got to come across as a person who can buy his own cows, buy his own goats, not always, why they won't give me no goats, man? I'm human too. That type of stuff. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, it's fine. It's funny. But I wanted to add to that. So what I was thinking about when you were speaking, right? So first thing, I was at a point in my life where I was like, well, forget my family. Who cares what the fuck they think? Like, this is my life. I'm dating the man. He ain't dating my family. But that's not going to be the case. You can tell yourself that, but family does matter. It does matter. The support matters. It all helps. You know what I mean? Like if you're a family oriented person, and most people that want to be in a serious relationship are family oriented, you want to have those big barbecues and gatherings. So family does matter. If you tell yourself it doesn't matter at first, it's because you're trying to ignore the red flags, and families matter. Second thing I wanted to mention was, unfortunately, the men dating foreign women have to swallow a tough pill. The pill being, no matter how good I know I am, I have to go the extra mile for this woman. Now, if you're very prideful and you're like, well, fuck that, I gotta do all that, blah, 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 you really don't want to be with her. You're really not built for a foreign woman, because unfortunately, like, you're going to have to swallow the pill. You're going to have to come to the realization that that's just what it is. And you're going to accept it for what it is and do what you got to do. Or you're not built for it and you need to move on to something more simpler.
Let's dig into that. Not built for a foreign woman. Let's make the show hot. Explain that. What is that in your opinion?
You have to be humble and not prideful, and you have to be willing to work hard. You have to be very understanding You have to be willing to learn about the foreign woman that you're with, and engage in her culture, not say a few words in Arabic or Chinese, or know how to make a freaking meal that her culture makes. Like that's all surface level stuff. You have to really understand, take time to understand her upbringing. You have to put effort into it. You have to freaking like learn about her and realize that, like I said, no matter how you value yourself or see yourself, you're gonna have to impress this woman and her family. You're gonna have to, if you want to be with her, you're gonna have to do some things out of your way, out of your comfort zone. That's with any relationship, but like really with a foreign woman, it's just a little extra there. It's extra. And you know, some men fold. They're like, oh yeah, that's nothing. Like I got it, but it's because they're just desiring her, so they feel like they're gonna do what they gotta do. But this is an everlasting like type of, like, it's gonna take years before everyone, including her, are like, okay, like he is what he is, like he's built for it. Like, for example, like my family, like we like to jokingly talk shit a lot. And if you can't sit with us and joke around, take the heat, whatever, you're not gonna last long. We're gonna think you're just a punk. And Arabic women or Arabic people, men and women, we're very like aggressive. Like we talk with our hands, we talk loud, we have little attitudes. That's just us. And it's like, and it's deep rooted stuff too. On top of that, like you really have to understand where I come from, what my culture endears. Like, to be built for a foreign woman, you have to be willing to do the work. You have to be willing to try to be understanding, and you know, just compromise and all of that. Like that's why I say you have to be very flexible. As a man, you have to really, really want it. Like not just her, like outside. You have to really want the person that you're dealing with, because foreign women are just a whole new. It's just it's different, and
it sounds like the standards are way higher. If I was a black man trying to date a foreign woman, I think the standards are going to be a little bit higher than dating, for instance, my own women here. Sound like it's more involved.
That is correct. However, so some of the foreign women, in regards to what you're saying, it's really their family's fault. Like they basically freaking brainwashed her into thinking your man has to be this, this, and this, and this for us to approve, for you to approve. And they're raised like that. If a foreign woman has been raised to have this mindset for 20 something years, of course you can look to her and like, dang, like girl, like that's your standards a little crazy, a little high. But at the end of the day, like I said, that's been you know, and written in her mind. Like that's just how she thinks, that's how she was brought up. For me, for example, I was raised in America, so but I know the type of men my family wanted to be with: doctors, lawyers, whatever. But for some reason, by the grace of God, like I knew in my mind and in my heart, those titles and stuff don't matter. And that kind of helped me realize that when I was a stripper and I saw like these doctors and lawyers in the strip club with wedding rings on, like, mom, like, hey mom, remember that doctor you wanted me to date so bad? Well, yeah, he's married and was in a strip club. Like, you know what I'm saying? So the standards are high, and sometimes it's not the woman's fault. It's just been built into her brain. She's been brainwashed to think this way. And then other foreign women like me, their standards, I don't know. Some of them have high standards where it's kind of like crazy, but at the same time, if a man, and it can go two ways with a man can be like, oh, your standards are way high. Are they? Or you just feel some type of way because you don't meet them?
You know what? Let me be a little helpful again. The family thing, people got to understand, man. Throughout history, families are what older people ultimately rely on.
Mm-hmm.
When you're young, you don't really rely on family. You don't really. Let's not even call it family. Let's call it connections.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really rely on connections. But the older you get, the more you have to rely on connections, because it's hard for a person who just makes money as they get older to survive, because you're now going against groups who are trying to take that property from you, who's trying to keep you out of that business. And then now that's why so many of us in our community be like, let me, y'all should let me, you should give me. No, a lot of people want you to outmaneuver them for it. A lot of people want you to outthink them for it. So it is higher because so many people rely on families as they get older, as far as connections, and the whole individual thing. I haven't seen too many people really survive the whole individual thing. Maybe somebody can teach me, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're right. You brought up a really good point. And speaking, like, the reason why I use myself as an example, I'm not trying to make it about me, but like that's the most realist example I can give because I lived through it, right? So in like my high school days and young college days, when I was living at home and stuff like that, like I had my stepdad and my mom. They're both Arab, and I liked black guys or whatever. So when I dated a guy, like, they didn't know about it and they didn't really want to know about it. So family really didn't matter. But as I got older and the marriage thing, oh, now it matters. And on top of that, when I'm dating, I'm still depending on my family and myself. So it doesn't matter what they think about you because you're just giving me what you can give me. And we're dating and we're just doing what you do. But when you get older and family's going to be involved, because you're thinking to yourself, okay, if my family doesn't approve of this man, they're not going to help me if I need help. For example, let's say you're grown, you're an adult, you're with a foreign woman with a black man or American man or whatever. They get in a situation where they get in a car wreck. They're short on money, whatever. They're short on money, whatever the case may be. A foreign family is going to be like if you go to them like, yo, I need to borrow a couple hundred, I'll give it back to you. They're going to be like, well, why your man can't do it? They don't want to understand that people go through shit. There's why your man can't do it. And they want to like look down on your man or whatever. But some families, foreign families who are understanding of situations like that, like money's tight, we got in this accident, it was out of our hands, you know, if they like him or whatever, they're gonna help y'all out or whatever. So family matters when you're older, like you said, for a lot of different aspects. But that's one of the examples that I went through. Like if something, God forbid, when you grow older as a foreign woman, if your family doesn't like the dude you're with, it matters to you, because if something were to happen, y'all break up or y'all get in a financial situation, whatever, they're not going to want to help you, and then you have nobody.
That's your question.
Y'all got to hear that. Y'all got to hear that part.
That's we used to have that. We used to have that here in America. I think somehow, some way we lost that in the last 20 years now, where the foreigners, because we used to be second-class citizens. Now black third-class citizens now.
I gotta get my phone. I gotta get my charger. 1 second. Sorry.
Go ahead. So it's funny because she said it's interesting because there was a time when the family structure in the blacks was of that. And I would say like the 70s and 80s.
Now it's called being elitist though. You see, we in the black community, we kind of name call those great standards that you're quoting, Nate. But go ahead.
Wow, it's crazy because I noticed it too, man. I ain't gonna lie. It's the research, even with me. I mean, my family was of that, the same qualities of what the foreign woman may feel, they break down. And the reason why I identify with them so well, because they see my family structure and it's almost like, wow, you came from two parents. I'm like, yeah, and that matters. Like, it matters what my family feels. It matters what they feel in the sense of, God forbid, you know, my sister was in a jam and they know, like, okay, you into this type of guy, but God forbid he falls through, we got to have your back. So what kind of man is that if that's the situation? So yes, I believe that American culture of our family structure has started to weaken, I would say, more in the mid 80s and 90s. I believe a lot of the epidemics from the crack epidemic destroyed our shit. You know, men started taking care. My pops was telling me it started really in the late 1970s when men started taking care of their kids. So somehow I guess I didn't see that because my mother and father was there. But yeah, it's interesting. So now a lot of these foreigners, when they see that, they hear you speak, it's like, oh wow, you're different. I'm like, what do you mean I'm different? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I guess it becomes they thinking that, I guess you was raised out of wedlock and shit. Your father was locked up in jail smoking crack. So it's just crazy. So now, of course, the foreign structure, they see that. So it's just interesting. I wanna say, shout out to Miss Wiley, man. I appreciate you. Matter of fact, you just gave a donation. You just put your comment up.
Hey, guys.
It sounds like a lot of work on the surface. Could it be family is concerned about who she's attaching herself to? As a father myself, not any man could have my daughter. Wow.
Well, wow. Yeah, because ultimately, if like Iman said, if it doesn't work out, you now fall back on the dad, or if the dad's not in position, you're falling back on your brother to stay afloat.
Can I ask a question though?
Go ahead, Mike.
So let me ask you a question, would you say that in foreign and of course from what you told us, it actually matters to you, but would you say that for getting with a foreign woman, game is less of an importance and more about what you can do for that family as far as the materialistic and maybe understanding some of the culture?
No,
but less about game.
It's not about what you can do for the family. It's just the family. Foreign families have this mindset. Once you're with your daughter, I love her and she's my daughter, but I no longer am responsible. You're responsible. I need to be able to take care of her every need. Most foreign families raise their daughter right to where she can hold her own as far as a job, school, whatever. But they want you to play your part as a man. They shouldn't get any calls or texts from her needing anything besides what family, is for. Is like they're very financially oriented. Like foreign families are like, so it's not really what you can do for the family. It's what you can do for her. And so some families it's messed up because it's like, what can you do for her? Like take care of her and all that. And then some families are like, you just need to be a man and take care of what you need to take care of as a man. Not saying like, some families, foreign families, they raise a gold digger. Some of them do. My family didn't. My family just let me know that I need to have a man, a man, because if push comes to shove, if I lose my job or I want to go to school or I need something, whatever, like I should be able to depend on him if I'm with him. So it's not about, not in a respectable manner, like not in a general aspect of foreign families. It's not about what you can do for them. It's if you can take care of their daughter or not.
Unless they raise the gold digger, that's the difference.
That's out of the question. You know what I'm saying? We're not talking about that. So yeah, exactly.
To my knowledge, in a lot of cultures, what marriage signifies from a familial point of view is if you have a daughter, what the husband would represent would be someone who takes care of the daughter, right? It's like we raised this young lady, we raised her. Now when we marry her off, she's the husband's responsibility. It's for the husband to take care of. It's financial, it's emotional, all of that. That's why I've heard in some case, depending on the culture, in some cases where women are battered or whether they're abused by husbands, some of these families will say, well, you're married to him, you got to stay there. You got to do it for the sake of the family. You got to do it for the sake of your marriage. You just have to go in and tough it out, because it's that sense of responsibility. Like the husband assumes the responsibility of their daughter and of the wife there. And for a number of cultures, I'm not sure if it's one for you. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
So it's that sense of responsibility that you're talking about, I think. When you mentioned it's not so much what you do for the family. When you marry the daughter off, what you're doing for the family is, hey, now my daughter is your wife, you take care of her. We've got other things to take care of in this family. And in my view, my overall scheme of the marriage arrangement, I see marriage primarily as a financial arrangement. I see it as an economic enterprise. That's what it has always been, in my view, historically.
What does Iman think about that?
Well, I feel like some men who have taken on the responsibility that are with battered women, I feel like they abuse their power in some sense. Because I definitely am not staying with no one for. If you're my husband, but you're beating on me, abusing me mentally, emotionally. For example, I'm actually divorced because.
Hold on, Iman. Don't focus on that battered part. I'm sorry he brought that battered thing to the. Yeah, focus on the other part.
Use that as a minor example.
That's too negative.
My point of
right.
view.
You don't need to focus on that. Go ahead.
So you're wanting me to talk about my point of view on marriage?
Yeah, as far as like, I mean, you basically broke it down that foreign families want men to be men.
Right. But so he was saying at the end how he views marriage as a financial, economical thing. You're asking how I feel about that?
Yeah, how do you feel about that?
Well, financial stuff does play a big part in that, but that's not what I see marriage in my eyes. In my eyes, it's a lifetime partner. It's a friendship. It's a love. It's respect. And love really, I realized that love doesn't have everything to do with it, because first of all, I learned that love is a choice. Like if you're upset with your partner and you're pissed off, somebody made a mistake, you have to choose. You have to make a conscious decision that you're going to love them during those moments. You can't just turn it off. I don't love them right now. I'm gonna go do me. I'm gonna go whatever the fuck. Saying no, you can't do that. So I don't look at marriage as a business ship or whatever. I actually look at marriage as old school in the Bible, like what it's supposed to be: a lifetime partner, a love, a unity, a partnership, a best friend, like that you do life with, trust, respect, loyalty. I'll take loyalty and respect over love any day, because you cannot love me today. We've been together a year and you don't love me today. You're mad at me today or whatever, but you'll still be loyal to me, respect me. And that's what's important, because that's going to keep the foundation solid, and you're not going to make those stupid mistakes to break those. So it doesn't matter if you love me today or not, but you're going to be loyal to me, respect me. So that's how I look at marriage.
Wakanda has a question. Wakanda, go ahead.
So the part where you were like the family part where you were saying like if things don't go wrong, like the family won't help you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. In some cases, do you kind of feel like that's cruel, like a little bit cruel when a family don't want to help their kids?
It is cruel, because if I'm with this man and we've done everything we can to take care of each other, everything's good, but we come into a circumstance where shit happens and we're needing some help with something, and you don't want to help because of that, then that is cruel. That's messed up, because I mean, like, I hate when foreigners do that. It's like, how good are you? Like, so they like to be, sometimes they'll be flaw about the situation. Like they don't have no problems. Like their nose is in the sky. So yeah, you're right. It is cruel, because it's like, now if it's like a point where like the family's warning you about this guy, they're like, I'm not saying take your family's opinion and like run with it, because who knows their agenda. But if they're telling you red flags, you're seeing red flags, and something happens, and it's like, I told you so, now you got to live with it, blah, blah, blah. But what you're saying is like, yeah, that is kind of cruel in a certain circumstance. And I've been through that, where I was with someone who, never mind, I don't want to get into that. I'm just gonna answer your question and say,
new subject. We don't want it to be negative.
Right.
So,
let me just respond to this. So shout out to Travis Whiteley, man. I appreciate you. He said, let's look at wedding. A daughter's father gives her away. He's transferring his responsibility over to her husband. That's
precisely.
That is true. How do we forget that? That's the truth. That's
right.
We didn't forget it.
You can't fault foreign families just because they enforce that more than Americans do.
We didn't forget it. It's just, we didn't forget it. It's just that we now have this I want to be independent mentality from people who are currently making money. And it doesn't mean they will be doing the same thing 20 years ago when the policies were against people. So this is why on my channel I tell people, look, a wife is like your second daughter. Oh, that sounds creepy. That's history. Mm-hmm. That's culture. Oh, Mr. Research,
I'm trying to find out why black men try to date these interracial relationships, all that kind of stuff, and fly overseas. That's the thing I'm not understanding. I'm sorry for cutting you off.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. We shout out to Rafa. He says that he doesn't see why. And I'm pretty sure, man, you can identify with this. He doesn't see why they're trying to date this woman overseas when they're not even trying to basically. You want to finish that, Rafa?
I'm trying to find out why they're dating foreign women instead of our own women.
Let me give a 30-second answer. What happens is dudes who are not trying to outthink Nathaniel and trying to outthink Mike R, they are focused on their penis as their power. So when you travel, sometimes you're getting with the lowest level of woman in that country or area. She's beautiful to you, but in her area, they like, ugh.
Yeah,
and for a lot of dudes who have no power but their penis, this is important to get with a woman who $2 and $5 is important to her. She sometimes is sleeping with you in the hopes of getting $5-10. Not all of them, but some of them. So that's why a lot of dudes make these moves, is because it's great to have power over a woman's vagina, but get into that business scenario where we all sitting in the boardroom and me and Nate is like, you know what? Let's connect with Mike R.
Right.
And get everybody else up out of here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother level of manhood where you're trying to make those moves. So that's why, but I don't know. Iman might have a different view.
I kind of do. I feel like with some men, the reason why they go to foreign women is because in other countries and stuff is because they know that the women here who are Americanized or American, they can peep the bullshit quicker, and the foreign women can't really pick up on it, and they might fall for it. And instead of man doing some self-searching, soul-searching, and work within himself to prove different or to actually gain the respect from American women or to like not be on some bullshit, then they're gonna go to the foreign women because they feel like they're easier to persuade, they're easier to, you know, it's a foreign thing, it's different, it's new, so it's kind of exciting to both parties, but like it's just the game at that point. Like the reality is gonna, if you end up if you go to overseas and you're on some bullshit and you meet a woman and it ends up being where you guys kind of end up long-term and stuff, those issues are going to come out. There's going to be a bigger problem at hand eventually.
That's a fact.
Damn.
And you speaking from both sides, see? So, Rafa, what do you think about that?
I think is, for me, it's not a good example for me. But I can say it's correct. But it's just all these self-hating. I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking about self-hating Negro brothers,
right?
Who wants have children with the foreign women knowing that they're I ain't trying to say this, but forgive me, y'all. Y'all forgive me.
No, go ahead,
I'm
brother.
sorry to the Most High. That's why.
No, you free. You good. Go ahead. I got you.
I'm telling y'all that those men children are really bastards, and their mams is actually it's in the Bible.
Okay,
And
now,
Well, but that's why a lot of families don't want to interact with people who are not honorable. You got to be honorable, even if your relationship don't work out. You got to make sure your children are honorable, and you got to make sure she's held in some high esteem. And we're dealing with dudes sometimes of every nationality, not just black, who are not honorable.
Yeah.
So I could tell by the way you talking, you probably a Hebrew Israelite because just your lingo
I am a Hebrew. I am a Hebrew, and I do love the Bible, but I don't have the understand. Not understand, but I don't understand the Bible. How to break it down. And a lot of people say I do got sense though.
So you're basically
I'll
saying
just
that
I'm also autistic.
no, brother. We I think you make perfect sense because honestly, Iman and I talk about this. I mean, she's letting me know she's foreign. She knows her foreign values, even if there's things that her family disagreed or agree with, but she still has things and ways that her family didn't agree with because she is Americanized. She's from California. She lives in California as well. She lives in Florida. She loves the brothers as well, but she does notice that she notices the same thing that you notice. And I feel that I want to feel from what do foreign women pick up from black men? I feel foreign women indirectly don't think we're into our woman and more into them.
Repeat that last part, Nate.
I feel that foreign women, to some degree, if they're going through an argument, they could be like, that's why you don't like your own woman. And what could a guy say? You know what I mean? Like, in most cases, foreign women are high demand, right? A high demand.
Yeah.
Right?
True.
So the fact that there's such a high demand, especially to black men clearly are not just I'm into the foreign woman on the mode of assortment, variety. But most men may beg to differ. They may say, no, I'm into foreign woman because my black woman or my American woman don't know how to treat a man. They don't know how to cook. They don't clean. They don't be submissive. So I feel that the foreign women are the answer to that. And, Iman, I want to know, what do you feel that as a woman? Do you feel that black men overall put our women on a pedestal compared to foreign women, just generally?
Definitely. Being a foreign woman, I don't put myself on a pedestal against a white woman or a black woman. I think that we're all beautiful. We all have something to offer. I feel like maybe men, American men or black men, they kind of know what they do know about foreign women is that they're supposed to be submissive and they're supposed to cook and clean. So they feel like if they get with those type of women, they automatically have that and they don't have to earn it. Versus an Americanized woman is like, okay, you want me to cook and clean for you, but how do you make me feel? Do I want to get up and cook breakfast for you? Because in a foreign woman's mind, it's an automatic duty. In an American woman's mind, it's a choice.
Whoa!
Damn.
And American black men feel like I don't want to get with a woman who feels like it's a choice because I might not make her feel that way today, and I want to make sure my house is clean and my shit is cooked, whether she likes me today or not. And like, that's weird, but okay.
Onto the key.
Yes.
So now here comes the question. Now, if it's a choice, not a requirement based on sex, like your sex.
Part of their duty is to do that. And even if they have a job, it's like the men works all day, the woman works all day, but why she has to cook and clean. And I don't mind as a form. If a man is okay, I don't want to say you have to make me feel happy and loved for me to cook and clean, because I'm going to cook and clean because I want a clean house and I want home cooked meals for me, for my child, for my man, but to put more effort into it, to make sure it's more consistent. Like, you want your woman to, like, it's a generic phrase. You want your woman to be an angel, you have to create a heaven.
Correct. All right, I got you.
And like I say, men, American men probably have the mentality about foreign women that they notice, because a lot of American men that approach foreign women, they're not all doing it just for the looks. They know what the hell they're doing. They know most of them know, like, okay, it's a duty. Like, she has to cook, she has to clean. So like I said, they rather be with a foreign woman, because they think that those are her duties versus a choice. They don't want to put in that effort to be consistent in their own behavior, to make a woman, you know what I'm saying, feel like that. So they want to get with a person who feels like it's a duty, like she's supposed to do that. That goes way back to the point when I said, to make a foreign woman feel comfortable, when an American man approaches her, you have to make her feel equal.
What about those dudes that don't want to create heaven at all? They want heaven to come down to them.
Say what?
What about those dudes that don't? Because unfortunately, especially since natives doing this boss up thing, you got a lot of dudes that don't want to create heaven. Okay. They want heaven to come down to them while they laying down on the grass. What do you think about those types of approaches to life?
I feel like it's deeper than a relationship with women. I feel like they really need to be single because they need to be whole. I feel